Grab your coffee, your popcorn, and maybe even your Bible. Because what's happening in Nashville right now isn't just a scandal. It's a full-blown reckoning in the country music world. Rising star Maggie Baugh has dropped a bomb that's left Hollywood, Nashville, and every corner of the internet in chaos. She's claiming that Keith Urban, yes, the Keith Urban, country superstar and husband to Nicole Kidman, is the father of her unborn child. Now, at first, the internet laughed. People said it was clout chasing, PR stunts, or just another desperate grab for attention. But then, everything changed. A DNA test leaked, and what it showed left even the most skeptical fans speechless. The results? A 99.3% probability of paternity. Suddenly, this wasn't gossip, it was evidence. Social media exploded. Hashtags like #KeithBaby and #MaggieTruth trended for days. Memes, TikToks, and Reddit threads went viral as fans dissected every red carpet photo, every glance between Keith and Maggie, every lyric, every live show moment that now looked a little too personal. And let's be real. This wasn't just a fling rumor. This was a potential career-ending revelation for one of country music's biggest icons, and a life-altering moment for a woman the world had barely begun to know. But before we judge either of them, let's rewind the tape. Because if you look closely, the signs were there all along. It started quietly. Late nights in the studio, whispers among producers, and subtle tension between Keith and Nicole that fans couldn't quite ignore. Red carpet smiles that didn't reach the eyes, awkward handholds, and that unforgettable CMA Awards night when Nicole Kidman stepped back during Keith's duet with Maggie Baugh. That performance set the internet ablaze. Viewers said their chemistry was electric, too natural to fake. Some called it artistic connection. Others called it emotional infidelity. But now, after Maggie's revelation, that moment has become ground zero for speculation. Insiders claim the affair began in early 2023. Keith was allegedly mentoring Maggie, helping her with production and songwriting after she signed with a label he had business ties to. What began as mentorship, they say, turned into something more personal. Private studio sessions, late-night texts, and long hours away from home. Then, a few weeks ago, Maggie went live on Instagram. Her eyes were red, her voice trembling. She said, "I'm done protecting people who lied to me." She didn't name names, but everyone knew who she meant. Fans connected the dots instantly. Within hours, #KeithUrban was trending worldwide. And then came the Reddit post, a leaked lab report showing the initials KU and MB beside that fateful number, 99.3% probability of paternity. It spread like wildfire. Some swore it was fake. Others said the silence from Keith's camp spoke volumes. His only public post? A serene guitar photo, captioned, "Peace over noise." The internet didn't buy it. One fan commented, "Peace is easy when your chaos ruins someone else's peace." Nicole Kidman's silence was deafening. But soon, photographers spotted her without her wedding ring. The tabloid screamed, "Nicole breaks down as Keith faces paternity scandal." Suddenly, this wasn't just celebrity gossip. It was the unraveling of one of Hollywood's most admired marriages, live in real time. As the headline spread, things got darker. Text messages allegedly between Maggie and Keith surfaced online. In one, the man believed to be Keith wrote, "You know I can't leave my family. You mean a lot to me, but this can't go public." Another message promised, "I'll take care of everything. Just trust me." Whether those messages were real or not didn't matter anymore. The internet had already picked a side. Keith Urban, once country music's golden boy, was now the villain in a real-life heartbreak ballad. And then came the Instagram Live that broke the internet. Maggie sat in a dimly lit room, no makeup, no glam, just raw emotion. Beside her lay a baby ultrasound photo. She looked into the camera and said, "I didn't want this to be a scandal. I wanted honesty. This isn't about fame, it's about truth." Millions watched in real time as she wiped away tears and lifted the ultrasound to the screen. That image, one woman, alone, pleading for the truth, became the defining moment of the scandal. Fans flooded social media with support. Others called her manipulative, saying she was destroying a family. But the truth? It no longer belonged to PR teams or lawyers. It belonged to the public now. And Keith? He finally broke his silence. In an uncharacteristically somber Instagram Live, he admitted, "Sometimes lines get blurred in ways you don't expect." That one sentence sent shockwaves across the internet. Comment sections erupted. "So you're admitting it? Nicole deserves better." Hours later, he deleted the video, but not before millions had recorded it. For many, it sounded like an emotional confession wrapped in damage control. And by the time his management released a vague statement, "Keith is taking responsibility and handling matters privately," the internet had already made up its mind. Nicole Kidman, who had weathered public heartbreak before, finally made her move. She posted a black and white photo of a broken glass heart. No caption, no tags, just silence. Within an hour, it had over 1 million likes and comments like, "Stay strong, Queen," and "You deserve peace." Behind the scenes, reports suggested Nicole's lawyers were preparing divorce papers, citing emotional betrayal and irreparable damage. Hollywood insiders whispered that this time, she was done. After standing by Keith through rehab and past scandals, this was the final straw. Meanwhile, Maggie gave birth. Her first Instagram post afterward was a tender black and white photo of a newborn hand in hers, captioned only with a heart emoji. Fans flooded the comments, half with love, half with hate. But one comment stood out, from an anonymous account with the initial K. It read simply, "I'll always be here." That single message reignited the entire internet. Was it Keith? Was it fake? Nobody knew, but the symbolism was too powerful to ignore. In the days that followed, Keith reportedly checked into a private rehabilitation retreat in Montana, not for addiction, but for emotional exhaustion. Paparazzi spotted him looking pale, thinner, and somber. Sources said he was desperate to make things right, to be part of his child's life, though Maggie wasn't responding. Nicole, on the other hand, was seen dining with friends, Reese Witherspoon among them, smiling faintly, her strength slowly returning. And maybe that's the real ending to this story. Not villains, not victims, just three people trapped in the glare of fame, trying to survive the fallout of choices that can't be undone. Because in the end, truth always finds center stage. Keith Urban may have lost his image. Nicole Kidman may have lost her marriage. But Maggie Baugh, she found her voice. And in the ruthless world of country music, sometimes that's all a woman needs to win.